Hi, so today we're going to talk about tracking applicants and requesting screening on Hemlane. So now that you've advertised and you have lots of leads coming through the system, you've conducted open houses, etc., you'll have these applications. So applications could have just come in right from the listing. Maybe someone was very eager to live in your property, so you didn't even talk to them, they just submitted an application, it came in the system. Or maybe you invited an applicant, okay, maybe you heard of someone through your network or someone called, you just want to quickly send them an application. So to do that, you would have just clicked up here, add invite, then invite applicant, choose the property, put in the name, phone number, and email. You can add co-applicants, maybe it's a roommate situation, there's going to be multiple people. You can add all of them because you want to get the application and screening completed for both. Okay, so if you choose screening, you'll just have to clarify what your minimum income, credit score, monthly rent are. Keep in mind, if they are below the credit or income guidelines, they can still apply. It does not prevent them from applying. Okay, so just check all this, send it off, and then the applicants will arrive in the system. So taking a look at the application, you'll just go to the Applications tab here, click on the actual application, and you will see all the questions that we ask. So these are all fair housing compliant questions. We want to make sure we ask the right questions that aren't going to create any issues for you. So these are all essentially property management best practice questions. So the things we ask are, of course, contact info, personal references, emergency contacts, resident history, employment history, bank and assets, personal references, pay stubs, bank statements. So these are documents that they can upload, etc. So when they submit the application, they do have to authorize that you can check references. Okay, so if you want to contact the last landlord and ask questions, he might say, hey, I need authorization, and you have that form ready to go that you can send them. All right, so now you might get the application and realize there are other applicants who are going to live there, maybe a roommate, so you can basically add a co-applicant. Okay, so this would be very common mostly in like a roommate situation, and just add that co-applicant onto the application. So you can message your applicants here, okay? So this will go to text message as well, so you can say, hi, thanks for applying, and maybe you want to ask follow-up questions. Please tell me more about the dog you have. Okay, so any follow-up questions. The nice thing is that all communication is tracked and stored permanently in Hemlane here, back and forth. So if maybe something comes up and you want to know what was said between you and an applicant 4 months prior, you can just pull up the archive record and it'll be here. All right, so once the application comes in, you may wish to request screening. Okay, so or maybe you did it right away when we invited them. So to request screening on that applicant, and just keep in mind too, it's free for potential tenants to apply on Hemlane, but they do have to pay a $30 fee to be screened. Now they pay that, you don't, and they just quickly pay with a credit card. So you'll get the applications and you'll decide who you want to screen. Like for example, you might get 15 applicants, review them and realize only 4 are pre-qualified enough to screen, and you want to sort of take it to the next step of due diligence. Then we request our screening. So click request screening. This will send off a request for them. They'll get an email right away, and as soon as they complete the results, they will appear in Hemlane here. So you'll be able to see the screening here. You'll see the live report. So it's going to show credit score, credit report, eviction database check, and criminal record report. Okay, so this is all done through TransUnion. It's a TransUnion SmartMove report. It's one of the most widely used in the property management industry. So you'll get this, literally within 30 minutes. And the applicant will get a copy too in their tenant portal, so you don't have to worry about making sure they get a copy. And if they ask, do I get a copy? You can say yes, you get it basically at the same time you do. So you can add notes to the group. Okay, maybe you're just chatting with them and you want to document some notes that they're not going to see. You can put those notes in there, and you can of course call them. So this will link to your voice over IP if you want to call them. Okay, so what we've really done is we've taken all our leads, narrowed it down to maybe 15 applications, screened 3, and decided that we're going to work with Carrie here to be our tenant. So we're going to click approve. And this is going to go through the setup process of converting our applicant to a tenant. So we're just going to review all these details, make sure everything looks good, click approve, and then we're going to finalize the lease as the next step. So we'll basically just upload a lease. Okay, so you can go on your computer quickly and grab that. Then you're going to set in all the lease terms here. So our rent, we'll pull this in automatically from the listing, but you can also change it. A memo, and then we'll request a security deposit. Okay, so keep in mind you have to have your bank account already set up, so make sure you add your bank account right away so it's good to go when you go and request security deposit and rent. So we're just going to clarify. It's going to go to Ben, and it's going to go to his East Point bank account here, confirm the details, click next. We're going to allow this tenant to pay for the security deposit by credit card. We will allow partial payments and then submit. And then the next step, we're going to set up our rent. Just confirm when the rent will start, the rent payments. Okay, so we have July 1st here, and then it's going to be monthly, the day it's due. Again, we're going to choose what bank account it goes to. We'll outline our late fee stipulations. Okay, so one time or daily, and then just follow these prompts and fill that out. Okay, so we're going to do a $50 late fee. Click next. Again, just determine if we're going to allow credit card. You'll have the option to decide who pays the credit card fee. The top option means the tenant pays the credit card fee. The bottom option means you pay the credit card fee. Again, determine if you want to allow partial payments. Confirm all the details. And then you're all set. You've now moved them in. So at that point, what you can do is you could go through here and archive all the applicants that you're not going to work with. Maybe you do want to send them a message first, a personal message saying, hey, we found someone. If you archive them, it'll also ask if you want Hemlane to send them an application. And all these applicants and leads will be automatically archived after 60 days, if you don't do that yourself. Okay, thank you very much.